Hello, everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, so before starting the live, I would like to mention few points for everyone. So, as we are about to begin the workshop, we have some code of conduct for user groups members, and they are mentioned in the chat. Make sure you are able to get through it, and everyone must abide to it. Second is one more feature which we have speak now. So for the mic purpose, to avoid disturbance and these kind of issues, we have speak now feature. If you want to speak, you can click on that button in interact, raise your hand to speak. So instead of raising your hand in the team section, you can directly raise hand on interact. This way we can monitor and prioritize the ones who have raised hand before, and similarly we can proceed on. And timeout is the option for everyone. If you want to take a break or something, you can choose that option. Also, we am about to open one breakout room, but we have one breakout policy that only 5 to 10 minutes are allowed per attendees for breakout room. It's just for rest. Apart from that, admins are monitoring it. So I have opened one breakout room as well. We will be starting in 5 minutes. So before starting, I would just like to ask you random polls. These polls are anonymous, so names won't be coming up on screen. So, as we are about to begin, we are with the Tish Fabric Club, a Microsoft Fabric user group. We are always open to learning, and we have different platforms that we are covering up. And our club is not concise to Uttar Pradesh, it's originating from Uttar Pradesh. And we cover whole club. And even far, we are trying to cover up more and more vast areas. So in future also we will be trying to cover more in-person events. And if you want to join our club, you can join Meetup on Meetup. It's our main website that we are currently using. And around December or January, we will be doing one large more in-person event. So stay tuned for that. So our topic for today is ML without code, and we will be going to make one project model. Let's dive into a few more points about me. I'm a DGS scholar at University College, Humboldt, Texas. I'm also Microsoft Fabric Influencer Contest winner for 2025 and Salesforce Customer AI Contest winner for 2024. I'm also leading Women in Tech Network Circle, and I'm currently an ambassador there. For apart from that, I'm also WITS 2024 and 2025 ambassador alongside with Asana. And my second biggest achievement is leading Technovation as a girls' mentor, where our team comprising of young girls under 18 got selected for even quarterfinal rounds. And we hope that we will try to achieve more with these girls and many more. So today's agenda is welcome. We will be beginning with welcome and introduction. Then I will be covering a little bit about club, rules and regulations, goals, workshop theory work part I will be covering, then workshop demo. After that, I will proceed with license claiming step. I will just proceed with one individual and rest can copy those steps. Randomly, I can pick one. You can just drop your name in the chat at that time, and the first one I will be covering that up. And the last will be review on Meetup. I request you all to leave a review on Meetup and claim your certificate. So first, I would like to drop one document in chat and try to open it once. Update me like if you were able to access that document or not. It has further links to different documents and even drive links. So here we go. This will be the main document which I will be covering today. This document is made by me and it has several other resources from different open websites. If you are not able to access this document, drop it in the chat and we will try to troubleshoot it later. So without delaying much more our time, I will cover a bit about club in between. So we are starting with AI and ML. What's the main difference between AI and ML? Like we look into bigger how AI is just like an ocean and machine learning is a part of it. Like on ocean, we just see that there are different islands. So machine learning is just like an island sailing on artificial intelligence as an ocean. Artificial intelligence involves techniques that equip computer to emulate human behavior, enable them to learn and make decisions, recognize patterns, and solve complex problems in a manner like a human. Like if real human was doing something. Machine learning is a subset of AI, and users use advanced algorithms to detect patterns in large data sets, allowing machines to learn and adapt ML algorithms. Use supervised or unsupervised learning methods. We will cover what is supervised and unsupervised further. So basically, AI is the vast, vast thing, and ML is a part of it. ML is subset of AI. So what is ML? ML is a subfield of artificial intelligence that gives computers the ability to learn from data without being explicitly programmed of every single task. Like in past, computers were given different set of rules and regulations to work properly, but now after evolving of machine learning, now we just train our model on different data sets and we don't have to set different rules for different things. This is the main benefit of machine learning. The term machine learning was first coined by Arthur Samuel in 1959, an IBM employee. So let's look into history of ML. The history of machine learning began with simple but powerful ideas. Around 1950s, people like Alan Turing started to ask if a machine could think for themselves without any human intervention in between for each task. Soon, Arthur Samuel created a computer program that could play checkers and crucially learn from its own games to get better over time. This was the major step in the path of machine learning. However, progress was slow for many years. Around 2000s, a huge amount of data availability gave rise to another term that is deep learning. This technology is designed to work like human brain, helped computer to recognize images and play complex games like Go better than any human. Deep learning paves the path for computer to leave the human skills behind in terms of time duration and quick calculations. Today, these advancements make machine learning a part of many technologies that we use every day, e.g. voice assistants to online recommendations. So as we look into the machine learning timeline, around 1764 Bayes' theorem was published and soon furthering up in 1936 George Boole creates Boolean logic, and then Alan Turing proposes a machine that can learn. In 1952, Arthur Samuel crafted that term. Then deep learning in 2012, AlphaGo beats the first human player around 2016. And in 2018, AlphaFold first, a technology capable of predicting protein structure, is created. That was the major advancement in magical. So these are the AI pioneers that we can look into. If you want to look into ML history, this is the ML history Wikipedia page. It's updated till around 2022 or 23. Mode it's on the way. And if you want ML machine learning glossy sheets, we have by Google developers. These terms are coined not only for transformers, but these are the vast terms that are used rapidly and around the globe. These are not just concise to Google and its product. Another is by Clarity AI. And if you want to look into these documents, we have ML glossy folder. I have attached that here. What was the need for machine learning? In simple terms, machine learning is a way for computers to learn from data and make smart decisions without being told every single step. Human intervention is not required in this. That's the major thing. What was the big problem with traditional programming? In traditional programming, like if we have to identify a dog in a picture, we have to write millions of specific rules for every possible dog breed, size, color, pose, lightning condition, and many other features. It was impossible task because world comprises of indefinite numbers of dogs and other species that was not possible for human to create each and every rule for it. What was the power of machine learning? Instead of writing endless rules, ML gave model a massive amount of data, in this case, thousands of pictures labeled as dog and not a dog. The model then trained itself by analyzing all these examples to figure out the patterns and features that define a dog. After this training, it can look at a brand new, never before seen picture and accurately tell you whether it contains a dog or something else. Why ML matters for everyone. This is a big misconception that people think ML is just required for data or ML domains, but it's not like that. ML can automate incredibly complex tasks that are impossible for humans to do at scale. Like bank transactions, in bank transactions, we can record frauds or prevent frauds. In medical system, we can analyze X-rays to find early signs of disease, and we can save a human life. For prediction, we have powerful crystal ball for businesses. By analyzing historical data, it can predict which customers are likely to leave, which customers are likely to buy what product, what type of product, and in future, what type of product will be gaining more rise, more market prices, more demands will be there. This way, we can sell our product to maximum. Personalization ML is what makes your digital world feel like it's made just for you. The recommendation engines on Netflix and Spotify or the ads that you see online are all powered by ML models that analyze your past behavior to predict what you will like next. Ultimately, ML matters. It gives us the ability to solve the problems that are too big for traditional methods, turning vast amount of data into valuable insights and actions. ML existence, though its term was coined around 1954, but it's not the real beginning. ML learning, machine learning's existence was not like just one invention, it was the product of multiple inventions combined into a web. Its real story begins with the perception in 1957 and early from a neural network developed by Frank Rosenberg. This model was famously critiqued in 1969 book by Marvin and Seymour Papert, who mathematically proved its severe limitations. At the time, when Marvin and Seymour were just analyzing the mathematically proved, they just saw that there were so many limitations, and Seymour thinks that they thought like ML will not be able to do, and ML won't be like a trending thing. But after advancement in computer programming and different type of computers like quantum computing, it gives rise to another word, that is machine learning on a vast global scale. So what is neural network? Neural network is a machine learning model inspired by the human brain. It's a system of interconnected nodes or neurons organized into layers. So neural network is not like something different than machine learning. Neural network is a part of machine learning model itself. It's one of the machine learning model ways. We have different neurons, like in input layer, the model receives the data like pixels from an image or numbers from spreadsheet. It has multiple hidden layers. These are the thinking layers where the magic happens. The neuron in this layer processes the information from previous layer, each one analyzing a different aspect of the data. Output layer, this is the final layer that presents the result of the network analysis, such as prediction or a classification. So we have different kinds of ML learning: supervised, unsupervised, transitive, reinforcement learning, and even these are just 10. There are more than that. You can find more details about types of machine learning, supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, etc. here. And there is also one PDF on types of machine learning. Let me just share that. So in this, I will just explain the main ones which are commonly used. Like we have four main types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement. So for supervised, supervised is just like in which computer is given a data set that's already organized with correct answers. Here, machine learning model already has that data set that is organized with correct answers. It studies this data to understand patterns like a student learns from a textbook. The computer is shown data like pictures or numbers and the answers like cat or price. It then learns to connect the two. After it's trained, you can give it new data it has never seen before, and it will give the right answers, right good guesses. For instance, in figure 1, they have shown us like they have known data, and this is known response, spoon and knife. Model is trained, then it when new data is given to it, it will just guess it right. And this is the accuracy of the model. This is supervised learning. Working of supervised learning. Like suppose we have different shapes: square, triangle, hexagon, etc. After training, the model's knowledge is evaluated using test data. So in this picture, in figure 2, they have labeled data that is in form of like hexagon, triangle, square, and these are the labels. They are training that model on it, and model is making the prediction. And using test data, they are checking how much their model can predict. Test data is not the one on which we have trained. It's separate from it. After the model has been trained with different rules, it's then tested with a separate set of shapes. The model task is to determine the type of each new shape it encounters. Having been trained of shape characteristics, the model uses the number of sides and the equality of sides to classify the shape and predict the correct label as output. So steps of supervised learning are define the problem. Before making any model, its first task is to decide what's the problem. What problem are we going to solve? Then prepare the data, collect data for it, organize it, clean it, choose the right tool, then train the computer. The quality of data used in machine learning training defines the accuracy of the model majorly. And after that, if model is ready to use, it performs well, it's ready to use. If not, then we can try other algorithms, fine tune it, and improve it. Types of supervised learning. In supervised learning, we have two kinds of, that is regression and classification. Classification involves creating a model that sorts information into distinct categories or classes. The job of in classification task is to predict specific outcomes known as class labels. For example, if we are training something like we have a data set of group of students, we can classify them as class, and then we have a similar other thing. We can classify them into one other group. So this is just the classification. But in regression, we don't classify things into subgroups or subsets. What we are doing in regression, we are just finding out the relations between those two things or more than that. Like if this is the data for this year and we can take a common example from our day-to-day life like humidity and temperature. If the heat or the temperature is rising up, we can check the humidity from it. So these are just interconnected on both. So this model will never use classification, it will use regression because here we are trying to find the relation between these two. So we have different kinds of classification models, linear models, non-linear models. You can look into this afterwards. In regression, the primary objective of regression is to uncover the relationship between dependent variable, which is the quantity being predicted, and one or more independent variables, which are the factors influencing the dependent variable. By analyzing accurate predictions of the dependent variable, we can find our results. For example, they have also given us the prediction of moisture in air. They have given humidity and temperature. The model is trained on it. After that, it's making the prediction. New data is given according to humidity. Different kinds of regression techniques are also present: linear, decision tree, logistic, random forest regression, bridge regression, polynomial regression, lasso regression, support vector regression, etc. Here's the main difference between classification and regression. Target variable in classification is discrete categories, but in regression, it it is continuous, any numeric value. Problem examples we can check in classification is spam email detection, disease diagnosis. And in regression, we can see house price estimation, the one which we will be doing after this theoretical part, weather forecasting. So after this, they have covered unsupervised and other. You can look into this by yourself. I've just tried to cover the supervised part and unsupervised. I, I should cover that too. So in unsupervised learning is a machine learning approach where the algorithm independently identifies the pattern in data without the need for labeled training examples. The primary objective of this method is to uncover hidden structures or distributions within the datasets. Like in the supervised learning, we are trying to find the relations of patterns or the category based on category, but in unsupervised, we are trying to find the hidden or the new structures, new relations. Then we have semi-supervised, in which we have hybrid approach. So for machine learning models, we can say that never say that like it's 100% accurate. Machine learning model will never be like 100% accurate. It has some at some point some errors always. If we look into ML use cases, it's like in healthcare, finance, manufacturing, retail, e-commerce, networks, education, media, etc. in all domains. So if we look into the steps, first we can look into DS and ML life cycle. It's just like businesses understanding the problem and definition, finding the and finding the scope, objectives, key questions, what they need to answer, who are the customers living like in this example they have given, who is likely to turn, how to retain them, then success metrics. Then they are collecting the data. After that, they have data understanding and exploration, EDA, exploratory data analysis. I would like to add one more point for exploratory data analysis. The main point of exploratory data analysis is that it's the part that data analysts require. It's not the part that the boss or the customer will require. In exploratory data analysis, what the data analyst is trying to do or other domain experts are trying to do, they are collecting the data and finding all the relations and everything, just like hunting for something. And maybe they will find only two oysters or something. So it's not like the final version that others should know. It's for the data analyst or other domain parts. So EDA is the required form for our purposes if we are doing data analysis, but it's not required for businesses, boss, or the ones whom we are going to show the final results. They just need 3-minute story, or we can give them briefings like we found this, or these are the recommendations from our side. So never confuse like if you know Tableau, Power BI, or some sort of tool, you are expert in data analysis. No, data analysis is your path to understand that data, use those tools to make recommendations, find those things which we cannot find by just looking at that huge pile of data. That's the main task of data analyst. Then data preparation, then model selection and training. And after that, they are just checking performance metrics, visual analysis, and biases and fairness, etc. in model evaluation. After that, they can deploy that model if they are okay to go with it. Maslow's motivation model. Though it's just like a part of psychology, but we'll be covering a bit about it to relate with machine learning. Maslow's motivation model, also known as hierarchy of needs, is a psychological theory that explains human motivation. In a very simple way, it says that people are motivated to satisfy their needs in a specific step by step order. You can't force on the higher needs until the more basic lower ones are met. Think of it like a ladder or a pyramid where you must climb each rung before you can reach the next. You cannot skip it. So, five levels are psychological needs, safety needs, and etc. So, we can just look at this example like they have given esteem needs, belonging, and love needs, safety needs, psychological needs. These are the basic needs. If these are not there, it will be just like deficiency, and there is no scope for growth. First, these ladders should be built up. In our personal life, also, if we are not confident, how can we just reach self actualization? Like we are just good with it. If we are not confident, we will be definitely thinking like we are not good or we are not able to do this, we are not capable of it, though we are capable of it. We are not recognizing that thing. So if these needs are met, motivation decreases. These are the deficiency needs. And being growth needs, these are the motivation needs and these increases. So this trying to explain like when we are getting safety or too much comfort, we are not trying to go for growth. We just said like we have got this, there's no need for hustle. If we look deeper into analytics capabilities, we have descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and perspective, and then cognitive. So if we are looking into this, we have machine learning under predictive and prescriptive and AI under cognitive. This is self-actualization. So if we are just looking into machine learning from that perspective, it's just like AI doesn't need dependency of human. If once trained, it's just functioning over and over that way. But if we look into something like practical reports, for operational insights, those reports are dependent on human. If we are not giving updating it, they will never update. They will be as it is. For machine learning, if we have given it data, yeah, model will update. Please keep yourself on mute. And for artificial intelligence, that's the on the highest. It's just like not dependent on human for all steps. The above picture was data analytics model. A data analytics maturity model is a framework that outlines the stages of an organization's evolution in the ability to effectively use data to create business value. And we can also look into the same maturity model for machine learning and in our day-to-day life also. If we interrelate this data analytics maturity model with Maslow's law. Why do ML initiatives fail? Machine learning initiatives fail because of data quality problems, poor feature selection or engineering, data leakage, ethical and bias concerns, poor generalization to new data, overfitting or underfitting, imbalanced data set, integration with business systems. How we can fix it? I have attached one article, How to Solve Machine Learning Problems in the Real World. You can check that out. So before proceeding to model building, you can ask me a few questions. I'm open to it. From the theory part or just random questions or something about club. Any question? Or should I start questioning randomly? I will be starting the model building at around 6:30. So before that, we can just start with random introduction round. Just wave a hi or tell something about yourself and we can interact. So I would just like to open it first with you. Like you can just randomly come out, unmute yourself. Otherwise, we can start with the admins. From the admin side, anyone willing to share the introduction with all of us? Okay, so I'm pointing it out. Aditya Tomal. Unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please. It's just not like too much formal platform right now. You can just unmute yourself and interact. Arzu, Athar, Bansal, anyone?
Hi, this is Dheeraj.
Hello.
Hi, this is Dheeraj Bansal. I'm a data architect. I'm calling from San Francisco. It's 6 a.m. here.
That's nice.
Yep.
Welcome. Yeah, section.
Hi everyone, I am Saksham from Jharkhand. Currently, I am pursuing my BCA degree from BIT Mesra, and I have keen interest in the domains AI, ML, and data, how to manipulation of data. And,
That's nice. Anything you would like to share about like your something good that you have done currently or any project that you have made? It can be just one small noble cause, not just like only product which you have made or the project.
Currently, I am participating in hackathon, Smart India Hackathon, and problem statement ID is my problem statement is ERP-based integrated student management system, in which I have to handle the data of student and how to store it in the database. This is the main problem statement.
So one question from my side is that how you will like if it's bulk data, how you will ensure the data in privacy for that data.
For this, we using Google Spreadsheet, and we have a authorization system, which have a administrator to give access who can manipulate the data and who can only see read the data like that.
Yeah, I got it. Like it's just like whosoever needs some point of data, that data will be only given to that person, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And if it's not useful for other person, it won't be he or she won't be having that access.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else? Isha? You can ask me any question, like just a beginner level one or something apart from this workshop. Also, in these just 5 minutes, before we start building our own model, I have tried to cover the that simple basic part like what is machine learning, what's the need of it, how we can improve our model, why it fails. So anything related to that or any question for me? I appreciate like I know many of you here are the ones who have never started their machine learning journey and they are just about to begin. So we are welcoming to those also. Jatin, Shivansh, anyone?
Am I audible?
Yes, Shivansh.
Yes, so good evening, everyone. My name is Shivansh Pratyumna, and I am a second year BBA student. So, if I talk about myself, then I have a strong and practical interest in the technology, particularly in the fields of AI and automation. I actively explore this through some of the codings, and one of my key projects, which I involves in developing a voice-activated AI assistant similar to Jarvis, which gave me a hands-on experience in data processing and system logic. My interest in AI naturally extends to some of the data analytics, as I want to understand that data is the fuel of the intelligent systems. I'm keen to join here to develop a strong proficiency in some of the Microsoft tools and all, like in Power BI. And I know the importance of Power BI, and I am keen to learn it as it is a critical tool for visualizing the data and derive the strategic insights from it, which is very important in today's business environment.
I have one question for you, Shivansh. Like you mentioned, you are looking into business worlds around with technology and insights. So my question for you
Yes.
is like, what's the need of data, like in data insights or analytics or visualization in the business world? Why you are looking, trying to look into that? I'm just trying to hear your perspectives, like what the demand or what thing you are facing. Like I will try to find this thing with data insights, or I should look into insights for this thing. It will result this way.
As actually, ma'am, if I speak about myself, then basically I am doing BBA, so I am doing major in marketing and a minor in entrepreneurship development. So later I found out that I have some interest in some technology and all. And many of us think about the technology in terms of AI and automation. There is not so well to do this and that. Like the most important thing I want to do that to learn some principles which are directly impacted to our business. So the modern business, if I talk about, is run on the data. Every customer click in every sale and every inventory item is a data point. Without this data, a company is operating on a guesswork and institution which is incredibly risky. So data provides the facts which are needed to make informed decisions.
Yeah, so my current major is also on data visualization. I would like to add few more points for your knowledge and others, just like sharing stuff.
Like
So
as
basically,
you,
the main need for data visualization, data insights in the business world is that understanding who is your audience, what they need, what you should present to them, how you should present to them, at what time you should present to them, in what tone you should present to them. So all these decisions come from data and insights itself. For example, if your audience is looking just before starting the business, you are trying to get some audience. So how will you target those audience? Like, will you just randomly target it to all, limiting, or will you limit your budget to your general, instead of general audience, just the targeted market? Like if you are making trying to make one customer AI agent, okay, so then you will be targeting it to the ones who will buy it. Why will you make a just throw away your fund to the ones who will never buy it? So to understand from that point of view, you need data. And if you are just trying to interact with the audience, like what's their perspective on your agentic AI model, or are they interested to further buy it, like if it's a subscription based, or are they going to recommend it, what issues they are facing, what new features they want in it. So all these come from, these insights are from data itself. So the main point for data insights is understanding your audience for the business world. Main point, the one on which revenue depends on. Rest, if
yes,
you don't know like why you are trying to get into something properly without any key roadmap, it's just like getting into something without any idea, just like moving into a straight into the road and you don't know where you have to go, just moving on. So I would recommend to everyone, like if you are trying to do something, like Shyam, you have asked about ML roadmap. Think of it like if you study machine learning, what's your next goal and what's next about it, like short term goals, long term goals, then pave the path for it. Similarly, for learning different tools and technologies, I would recommend first find out, like if you are targeting for X company, does that company use that tool? If you are applying just randomly to multiple companies and none of them is using that tool, your resume is looking like a good thing, but they will be like, will we have to? Do we need it, or should we just for 1% transfer all thing from one tool to another? They will never do that thing. So they will never think that way. They will just simply reject your application. So finding out that thing is also the main point before applying and learning some tool. Never run for trend, run for your goals. So anyone else, any questions? And Shyam, I will just share the roadmap in the mail after this workshop, detailed roadmap. And also, if you will look into the Drive folder, the document which I have shared in that, you will find multiple machine learning, AI, and different books, roadmaps, courses, GitHub repositories for that thing. Anyone else? Yes, Athal.
Okay, so good evening, ma'am, and good evening, everyone. So I am a second year student in VIT Pune, and I am learning C language right now with a growing passion for machine learning and like intelligent systems. So actually, I am taking part in a hackathon in our college where we are tackling the challenge of building a like living itinerary planner and scheduler, like something that adapts in real time, and it also learns user preferences. So can you just give a roadmap for it? Like, how can I build it? Basically, a CNN model.
For building a CNN model, it's
Yeah.
not just like one person with one fund. If you
Okay.
are looking to make something just like a smaller or a prototype, it's a way good to go. But if you are looking into like large models, I would recommend not trying it like just individually. It's just like a project thing then. You need funding for that. You need team, developers, and everyone. That sort of it. Even if you are just looking at ChatGPT, DeepSeek, or any LLM, they are not just one person individual projects. They are made by like companies first of all, and that too not one. They are just like partner companies invest so many investors into it, and so many developers even that are not just employees. They are just on contract, contributing their knowledge and stuff. Yes, you can start something like it can be your initiative and expand it. Then you can make it for sure. And if there's any more research coming up, like one research is from China, I guess, that they are just moving away from the use of transformers, and one is from like one was like on a common computer with just small GPU. We can run models like ChatGPT. They are trying to find out those ways also, like dividing that up.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, just unmute yourself or mute yourself to one thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so I would like to add one more point to this before starting our demo. It's just like China has found one way, one China. It's not like China. It's from the developers from China. They have found those way like dividing our things, our training data into chunks. We can train data on less CPU even, like common computers, common PCs with like less CPU instead of just like huge workstations, etc. So if you want, you can subscribe to multiple newsletters. There are many for free itself. And look into that. Look into new researches like on 17th of September, few days ago, AI virus. was invented by Stanford's and one research lab. I have shared just that project in today's newsletter itself. That's just like they have used AI in production of AI viruses. It's not like that PC virus, it's bio one magical virus. That sort of thing. Technology is going fast and fast. Even the things which we think today are impossible, they are possible for tomorrow. So anyone else, any question before I move to demo part now? Demo is not so long as it's just a basic model. And after that, I will summarize that part and then we can move into claiming the free license software. You apart from that, it's not just 1 year license, it's ongoing. Like if you are a student next year also, then it's ongoing for you, renewable. If you are not a student in just 6 months, then also I guess after 6 months, it won't be renewed. Or maybe if they have some sort of way like 1 year they have given, they are not checking it out afterwards, you can have it till like 1 year. So, but after 1 year, they renew it. So, any more question for me? Okay, so let's make sure. The software which I will be using now is Aletrix. It's no code software. Though it's no code, it's not just like we cannot code here. We have features where we can add code and customize it. This software can also be integrated into Microsoft Fabric, Power BI, and different other tools like Tableau. So let me just give you the overview first. Like in this, we have file, edit, view options, different options. So in this currently, we are having two licenses, Designer, Elytris Designer, and Elytris Intelligence Suite. These both licenses will be given to students for free. So in this, we have new workflows. We can create new workflows. This is workflow, like everything, this sort of way. We have template. We can save templates, make our workflows, and use it different times. Manage connections, save, create workflow groups, print, etc. In Edit, we have different tools like redo, undo, delete, find, replace. In views, we can set different kinds of views like this. We have added overview from here. Up in options, we have run workflow, the one which I have made. If we run it, then it will be like working. Apart from that, we have schedule workflow. We can schedule it for different times. Scheduling works for like the ones if we are trying to do it like daily basis. I have some data coming into this tool from just an example. If we take some database and from that we get daily data like a patient or something else or even per second data like live stream. and we can integrate it here. After integrating, we can learn a schedule workflow. It will run at that time and complete like train our model, update our model, or clean our, or simply just cleaning of data. No use of ML, machine learning. We can view our schedules, run analytics app. We can build analytics app in that. In this also, we can exploit our workflow. We have managed license, migration tools. Here we manage our connect credentials. The credentials are just the license, software keys, user settings, advanced options. We can also download predictive tools, though they are paid. But with intelligence soup, they are free. We can have different marketplace. So in this, we have like options, download predictive tools. We can download it from there. Add-ons are by Electrics and different other brands like Microsoft has for Power BI. And then we have Hub. In Electrics Hub, we can see the tutorials for learning. These are much good to go. Sample workflows to run. Like for example, we have to make regression model, linear regression. We can learn it from here. If we are looking into decision tree regression, we can look into it here. We can have basic things like combine two spreadsheets containing customer data, because it's not just only for machine learning, it's for data analysis, EDA, and everything. Electrics community, simple datasets. It has given to us check for updates, generate support file, Electrics downloads about privacy policies, AI term of service, and user license agreement. So in this also we can save favorites. So we don't have to go and find every time. Like we don't have to remember in special. We have these. We can save it here. Recommended are the ones which right now it's just recommending text input and input data because I've not started it yet. So these are the basic things. We will first input the data, then we will analyze or make a machine learning model. But as after some time, it will recommend more things. So we have in out. In this, we have auto insights uploader. Browse. In browse, we will be using browse more commonly, because browse is just like after doing prediction or uploading data into it, we can look through browse. Then we have datetime directory, input data, map input, output data, text input. Preparation. In preparation, it's just like cleaning our data, filtering it out, adding formulas, generating rows, imputation, multi-field combining. Imputation is just like removing null fields or adding blank fields, that sort of thing. Multi-row formula is like adding formula to multiple rows. Multi-field formula, multiple fields. Fields are just like in Excel that we call as field. These are just same as it is. Oversample field, random percent sample, etc. We will be using select more because select helps us define the data type, like is it init, is it boolean, or something else. We can select records, we can sort, ascending, descending, that sort of thing. We have child, unique, we have join. We can use this to find or replace, fuzzy match, join multiples, make group, union. First is used for datetime, regress, text to columns, XML page. Transform is for arranging, count records, crosstab, make columns, running totals, summarize, transpose, weighted average. And one every tool is just a tool. I will just add one more thing to this. Right now, before the workshop, I was trying something and I was not able to find that feature. And yes, that feature does not exist. So I will explain that too. where this is just like not working out. In database reporting, in database is for like connect in DB, data in streaming, data stream out, like live streaming. And then we have dynamic in DB out, formula in DB. These are databases, select, sample, union. For reporting, we have email, image, interactive charts, layout, map legend splitter, this was splitter, this is splitter, overlay, render, report footer, report facts, tables. Tables is the commonly used one. Documentation, we can add comments. For example, let me show that to us. This one, the thing they have added here is comment, added by a comment. Explore box, tool container. These are tool container. So we have special like trade area, process, special match, smooth, offset, make rich trade points, distance, buffer, etc. Geolocation also we use the. Then we have for machine learning, we have assisted modeling. This helps us add terms, like on which term or on what field we are trying to compare our things. What will be the main dependent thing and independent? Build features, classification, data health, feature types, but this is fit is for model training. And in this, we don't have to add any configuration. Predict. Predict is like after training a model, we add predict workflow that and then configure it accordingly to find our results. Regression. In regression, we have three different kinds of regression, linear, and other two are just like tree ones. Then we have transformation. Transformation is for like adding features, selecting data types, choosing a target. These all comes under transformation, and transformation has these. Let me show. Like this is transformation. We can select for this. We have set data types, clean up missing values, select features. One hot encoding. One hot encoding is required for machine learning, especially in which we have data that is just like string type, text type, or numerical value, but it's categorical. So machine learning model cannot machine learning model like regression cannot work easily, especially linear ones. So we have to encode that data into numeric form. So machine learning can train. We can use machine learning to train our data. So these are text mining. For text mining, we have named entity recognition, sentiment analysis. Yes, we can do sentiment analysis, text classification, text preprocessing, text summary, topic modeling, word cloud, zero shot text classification. So all these features which I am currently showing are no code. But you need theoretical knowledge, basic understanding what these features are for before setting it up. Then we have computer vision. For this, we can have barcode reader, image input, image output, image processing, image profiling, image recognition. Many times we make like deepfake detection models. That's image recognition. Image template, image to text, PDF to text. The common generators which we find for free. Interface, action, checkbox, condition, control parameter, date, BCM connection, drop down, error message. So these are just more things, macro input, macro output, map. Then we have data investigation. In this, we have basic data profile, field summary, Pearson correlations, PMN correlation. So these two are advanced ones. Now, we can add or remove different tools to tool palette. Right now, I've added all. Though these tools are just showing up for me like these are complete tools, no, it's not like that. For different license, they have different tools availability. So now I will be choosing one simple data set I will choose from its sample itself. They have given us sample data sets. So let's choose one from here. I will choose the one which I have already made here. It will be easy to go through without wasting much time. So let's say we are choosing house prediction one itself, price prediction. So we have two data sets given to us. That one is test for testing and one is for training. We will choose train one, though this data set is YXTB format, but we have different ways to add data. Let me just show it to you. That also. Like for example, I have added this one, but we can add multiple different kinds. So when we go into recommended, this recommendation has changed. Why? I have inputted the data already. So we can have text input directly or we can input data. So if I have to add just example for some CSV data, I will drag and drop this tool input data into this space. Just let me share screen again. So just give me a minute. Hang on. I will reopen this. Because it will take too much time. Just give me 2 more minutes. Let me try again.
Okay. Ó sì ti ń wá nǹkan láti jọ.
So we have Is it visible now? I'll try it again, sharing the screen. Okay, so when we are looking into this, for example, we can look from this example itself. This is the same one. They have used the same data set. So if we are looking into this, we can input data. From here, I can show an example. Like it's loading configuration, and after configuration, like this one I have added input data 19.1. So when I'm just setting up a connection, it will open up like this, and these are the recent ones. But we have different formats which we can import into this. Like we have Electric Cavalry, database, Microsoft Excel. Then we have comma separated value file CSV, GS1, GIS, SQLite, table hyperdata extract, zip files, click view, and even we can have different integrations like Adobe Analytics, Amazon Athena, Amazon Aurora, Amazon Redshift, Amazon S3, Microsoft OneDrive, Microsoft Cognitive Services, Microsoft SharePoint, and then we have SQL servers, Postgres, Dropbox. We have Teradata, Tableau, Spark, and IBM are different we can have into this. So we have wide variety into this, and even we can connect different servers. So this way we can import data. I can import one CSV file, though it's not a part of building a model. For right now, already we have house pricing train data, but we can just check once. Like from recent connections, if I look into this, it's a CSV, and I'm looking into importing. For example, housing.csv. This is Boston data set. So we can just import it like this. And after we have just selected it, it will start updating. Preview of first 100 records is shown here. We can set different options like record limit. I can record it to just 50. And then we can have file formats, different file formats. Then we can search subdirectories. Subdirectories are for folders. Basically, when we have one folder inside that we have different directory and then different directory or multiple files. This was just one simple file. Then we have output file name as field. So it's just asking if we want to add the file name also to our data. Basically, generally we don't need that. Then we have delimiters. Here in this we have comma. First row contains field names. We have selected yes, and if we don't have any field names, we can deselect it. Field length. This is 254 common string type because this data will be in strings. Then we can ignore delimiters. We can ignore codes. We can name values and code page. Allow shared write access to electrics and different things we can do. So this is basically like I have first 100 records, first 100 fields here, but it's just showing 50 now. Why? Because I have changed that setting here to 50. I just leave 50. Record limit. Maximum 100 it can show. So this way we can add data, import data from different platforms and different formats. So after adding housing price, trial and data like this we have imported, similarly we can import housing price trial data and data set. But for this we will be using electrics database because it's of that format. File format is different. It's not working. Mhm. So to avoid this error, we can do one thing. I will just demonstrate it orally, like not by doing much, and then we can just look into process of assessing free license. After that, you can try that on your own PC because this time I'm just facing issues while sharing it on screen. It's not working for me for Teams. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can share it with me. We're trying to share. So here we go. I'm just trying it out from the very beginning. We can choose sample dataset and import it. I hope this time it will work. Okay, then we have house. We will use train data first because we are about to train our model. After importing data, we can see this. I already mentioned like it's electric database, so its file format is different. We can use CSV more commonly. So this is the data, and if I want to look into this data, like I can add this, and now when I will run this workflow for browse, I will be able to see what kind of data is in this housing prices. So we have IT field, we have data, we have price, we have bathrooms, then we have living, lots, floors, etc. So this way, browse tool is used to check out what kind of data is inside these workflows. So after importing the data, my next point will be I will define what I am trying to get. So first, so let's look into this. I have added transformation, and now I will be defining what I'm trying to do with this data. So I will select features, and then I will run this. So after adding housing price input, I'm trying to add transformation. So for transformation, before using this transformation tool, I need one model anchor in order to make predictions. Transformation is just used for making the prediction. So for that, I will add regression because this is a housing data set and we are trying to find different relations between different things. Like we are trying to look into this. We have this much area for one house and this is the price. If area is increasing, price is also increasing. And this way we can look for many other features as well. For linear regression, we don't have to do much configuration. Fit intercept and normalize. We can keep this on as it is because fit intercept is used for deciding whether we want the algorithm to calculate the intercept of a linear regression model. So yes, of course, we need that. And normalize is used to fit their data. So when we are trying to adjust our targets, such in a way that we compare on a common scale to other data. This will help us normalize. Normalize will help us. And normalize will only be used if we fit intercept. Why? If we are fitting the intercept, intercept is just like a slope and we are trying to fit data along that line, along that linear regression. So these general parameters are both will be on or both will be off generally. And for common projects, we leave it as it is. So after adding this regression model, I will run it. So as we can see, like when we are running this, first it's running housing prices train data. And it's also checking for browse. Now it's saying model field must be present on model anchor in order to make predictions. So as we know that assisted modeling is a tool that helps us set all of these things. Already I mentioned before, like assisted modeling is used in setting up features. What's our main target? Main target is like what we are trying to do with this data. What will be the main point from which we will be comparing the data or training the data on. So for that, we have assisted modeling and we can set those configurations. So without assisted, we can use expert mode. Expert mode is just like we use from our own and assisted the this platform electrics will be guiding us like choose this or do this. It's just like training part. So for our main target is price because we are making price prediction model. So we will add it here. So I have added price and I will run it. This workflow will show errors until it's not complete. Or else if I'm just moving it in a series, like first I add housing data set, then target price. But for newcomers, it's not like that. It's for the ones who already are in practice using that and already knows like we have to do this, then this we can see from this data, this we need to make these changes. So we have to clean it, or if this data is already clean, we don't have to add cleaning. So I won't recommend like just remembering those steps because every model and different kind of data sets require different types of workflows. So it's much more better trying out the common ones first, which you know, like these will be required, and then completing the workflows. This way you can easily remember what was required. So in this, after adding target, we can set up data types. So I won't change this transformer because we have already set target price here. If I change this anything, like I have to change these IDs are not categorical. We are making prediction model. It should be numeric data type. And they should be numeric. Bedroom number should be numeric. It's not category bedroom. It's not category. It's just like number of bedrooms we are trying to know. So I will add one more transformation. As I have added one more, I will choose expert. So if I am trying to define my target on based on two different features, so then I can choose two different features. But in linear regression model, we are comparing one only. So when I am adding this assisted modeling again, now it's recommending me model. Why? Because this complete structure, housing prices and target price. If we run that and the data is clean, it will be generated into a model. It will be giving its part to model training. So this way we can select target as model. Now our target is the previous one, which we already targeted on price and train. That was the model. So this way we can add model. Every second time you are adding assisted modeling, it will recommend you model. And this model is much more required in data training when you are trying to make prediction. Like you trained your data, you have now you want to make predictions, or you just need to use one previous model to train new model. Then at that point, we will be adding assisted modeling to add previous model, which we have already trained. But here, as we know, we have only edit target price. We have not trained our model, so there is no need for assisted modeling here. So how we can delete this? We can delete it by pressing delete. After deleting, we will see that this workflow won't stay connected. It will be broken to different parts. After adding target price, we are trying to add more features into this. So we will add transformer, set data types, and our data types, as I already mentioned, is numeric, not categorical. We can add it. Everything here will be numeric. Floors are also numeric, waterfront numeric. So this way we have to convert all into numeric. Before proceeding to training phase for model, it's must to define correct data types. Otherwise, model training will just fail. It won't work. Workflows won't run. So we can add it as numeric. So I have added as numeric. These are all 20 items. But as we know that we don't need these all 20 items. Some are extra. Let me show that. So we will add one more in between of data types. That will be again transformer to add features. And this time we will select features. And from this we will select, we need ID, we need date, we need these. For example, we don't need ID and date. We will remove these. And we also don't need longitude, latitude, and zip code for our data. Because this won't define the model and we are not going much into deeper those features, so we can just remove it. We have now 15 selected features which we will be using. So in this, it's showing error. Why? Because transformation tool can only follow a transformation or assisted modeling tool. This one, assisted modeling tool. But here we don't have any, so it won't work. We can delete it. I'm adding few randomly instead of just going with the flow to, so that I'm trying to share more and more, like in which way we can get what things. So after adding, first we have added our data, then we have set like main target, that's price. After that, we have selected features, then we have set data types. After that, we have linear regression. We will be using linear regression to define our data. So if we look into transformation, we can add one more. Encoding here, it's unique. Select features, we have already selected. We can clean up missing values if there's sparse sound. We can set data types. We have already done that here in this. So after doing this, now we will be running linear regression. So after running linear regression, what will be our next task? Our next task will be predicting. So instead of running it each time, what I'm trying to do, I will run up afterwards. So when we are trying to connect, remember that there are two. One is D and one is M. We have to connect this over M. we will be connected to test data set. So we can add one more data set that was test. We have house. This time we are choosing test data set. So this our test data set has also so we will add this here and we will connect it to predict value. We have connected it. Now, after predicting, we will just look into our results. So this will be browse. And the rest work like of linear regression, training a model, predictions, and everything which will be done by electrics. We don't have to write codes and everything. We are just telling electrics like we need this, our target is price. We require these features. We have this kind of data types. We need a model should be trained on linear regression. This is our test data. You can test a model on this data, then predict values and give us the result. We can directly add browse now. And browse is used to check out like what we have filled it out. So now we can run it. This time the data set which I have used in this, the sample data set which they have provided is already clean. But many times, mostly we will have to clean that thing. So today morning, what I was trying was that in that, like we have data set, we have null values, we have blanks, but majority of the time, what's the most common thing? It's that we write any not available. But how can this platform know like that any is not a string that's not available? This platform will consider any as a string and it will consider it as a text. And that way, our values will be wrong if that's a numeric table. What's the sense of any? Text should not be there. It should be all init values or something else. If we have just numeric. So for that data type, we can use formula fields like we have here. In preparation, multi-field formula. That's the most common thing which we can use to add formula. Like these are the our fields, and apart from that, all any fields should be null, converted to null. After converting that those all fields to null, we can proceed to deleting all those null fields, and then we can proceed to our training. But in this platform, we are not able to do that thing. If we try to convert those to null, even after like converting, those fields just exist somewhere and they are not deleted completely. So when we are trying to train our model, we face again the same issue of NA. This was a thing which I was facing today morning itself. So maybe they will be rolling out some more features in future for that thing. Right now, there's nothing like that for this. So in this, we are getting one error. Why? Because our house project of practice dataset is only connected to prediction, but not our regression model. So in this, it's clearly mentioned like use a transformation tool with missing value imputation transformer to remove null values. That means this data set has null values and we need to remove those. So we have transformation tool. So for null values, we can also use data cleansing, but there's one difference. For data cleansing, let me just show that. And we have data cleans pro. We have two kinds. Let's now look for data cleansing. In this, we can remove all null rows, remove all null columns, flag fields to clean, like all or none or few. We can replace blank strings field. We can replace numeric fields. And now, like in this is a cleans pro. We can look at null rows, null columns. In pro, we can even remove characters like drilling white space, tabs, line breaks, duplicate white spaces like we have pressed tip 2 times, and all white space, HTML tags, invisible characters, letters, numbers. We can accept numbers, like delete all this except these. We can keep these numbers or string fields text. In course, we can punctuations, etc. And even we can modify case, uppercase or whatsoever. But here it's not required. Just wait for a few more minutes. It's just loading. We will remove this also. It's not a part of our workflow. It's machine learning can be. Wait. So this first, as I mentioned, is for model training. So after regression, adding linear regression, we have to train our model. So we will add this in between. This way, linear regression will train the model. Then after the model is trained, we will be predicting the value. For this, as I mentioned, Fit tool automatically fits the model pipeline and its function to data. Therefore, there is no configuration required. No, we don't. Okay, so we are running this. So this way, we have completed our complete model and our prediction model is ready. As I mentioned, browse tool is used to check out. So in this, we have got new field price predicted and we can compare this with the field price and we can see how much our model is accurate. For example, on fourth, we have around 43,800 and if we are checking our predicted model price, it's 49,900, 9,547.3. So it's around like something around that only. So this way, if we are getting so much close results, that means our model is ready to predict accurate prices. And we can use it in production for checking out further prices for future years or future year. And different features we can set it up, like price prediction in this is based on years and area. In this one, it's area, but we can set it up like for years. And then we can have like after next 5-6 years, we will have this price. And we can make decisions accordingly. So this way we can completely make a machine learning model without any coding skills required. By just thinking it out, like what's our target, what features we need, what type of data we have to use, and is it like our data already clean or we have to clean it further because model can't be trained on unclean data. Then we can predict values. After adding kind of training we have to add trick to train the model, and after that, after training, we can predict results and we can test it like on test data, and then we can use browse to view it. So this way, we can use this tool. This was the very simple sample that I have just explained it here. We can have more further advanced ones also, and you can explore it further. This was the part for machine learning. We can use this for data analysis also. So now, before proceeding to the very last thing, that's claiming the free license, I would ask if you have any questions for me. And also, we will be mailing the steps to claim the license to everyone who has registered. But I would recommend you can just view the process here itself. It will make it easy for you. And also, if you need one mail, I will add one email account or email also. In that, you can mail to that account if you face any issues while claiming that license. License is not from Uttar Pradesh Power Club. It's owned by Electrics, and Electrics monitors like are you a student or an independent learner via share ID. So you will have to verify it there. The most common thing that students use to verify their identity is their fee receipt. You can upload it there and it will be verified in around just few minutes or more. It won't be instant. It will be like around after 5 to 10 minutes, you will receive the mail. And then you will receive another email in which you will have the license keys. So before license key, they will ask you again to fill one form out. And in that form, you will just fill out the details like name, email, year of graduation, etc. Let me show that. So anyone out here with questions or anyone who wants, like, you can show the demo on my, I can claim one for someone using the mail ID and you can check on your mail further. Or itself one, or if you wish, you can try yourself out here itself by sharing your screen. I will guide it to you. I'm just dropping the link for claiming. Give me a minute. You can look into this one's too. Share my screen. Okay. We have this. I'm dropping the link into it. Am I audible? Just confirming once before sharing these details.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here on this, we will click on sign up now. And in this, we have to verify student eligibility. It has different countries. For example, I'm just choosing India. because I belong to India, and the ones from Nigeria and different countries, you can use yours. When we have name of the college, so remember one thing, the name of the college will only be demonstrated within the same country. So if you are in India, it will only show Indian colleges. So if you are an international student, you have to choose the country, not your not the one from which you belong, but the country from which your institute belongs. So if you are choosing India, we can just take one sample one. Like we have Government Medical College, then we have names. Let me choose mine. So we have United States as a sample, then we have Moonstar, Mine Campus Istanbul. After that, I will just add my details, and then we can add birth date, and then year. Then we can add its India. So we can choose it this way, and then we can add a number, and then we can check this box and verify the student status. Why it's showing verification limit exceeded? Because I have already redeemed and attempted. So after doing this verification, so we have this. Let me share again. So in this way, I can just show it to you. It will verify my account after creating. This one is so we can claim license here. It will include all steps. After verifying my details, I will get this first. Another way is there. Welcome to Electrics because I have created my account. After verification, they will ask me to create my account, then verify my email. After verifying my email, I will receive welcome email. And after receiving that welcome email, in that there will be one form. And in that form, it depends from country to country for their verification. For US, they just simply give us the form, we fill it, and after 5 to 10 minutes, they just send us the license. But from different countries, they have different policies, as far as I know. So maybe it can depend, like you are getting after 30 minutes or even one day. But if you are not receiving after 48 hours, they have one email given to us. We can use that to inquire. This is that email. sparkitelectrics.com. I can drop it for you. Then we can contact it here. In both. And it's so for independent learners, it's just like 90 days license because they are not student, they are just looking for learning new skills. But for students, they have 1 year license. I would recommend you should use student one. If you are a student, as independent learner, it's just 90 days license. For students, it's 1 year and even renewable if you are a student for next year also. And if you are switching university, you can reapply the same way. But before that, you should make sure like you are not losing your data, or you can connect with the staff for the transfer. If you face any issues, we have a WhatsApp community out here. You can join that and you can DM any one of the admin, me or Mohit. We will help you out figure that. And yeah, yes, we have that in chat. Join our WhatsApp community. You can join it there. You can subscribe our YouTube channel. We do live sessions there also. And I would recommend joining a club on Meetup, especially because we do in-person events. And the main announcements for online or in-person events goes first on Meetup itself. Connect with us on LinkedIn. That's the main platform. We often comment on our members' post. And yes, we have one newsletter where we feature projects. You can DM us, DM admins, or email us to at teamuppapayaclub.com with your project, and we are happy to bring it to the in front of the world. Bring that to in front of the world. And then apart from that, we have Instagram, though we are not using it, so we won't recommend, like we don't share that. And also we have Microsoft Fabric website, community on Microsoft Fabric community website. I would recommend joining that too, as many new features, new updates, new contests related to Power BI and Fabric are posted out there. And also they have super user program where you get rewards and swags for solving queries. Yes, Sumit? Anything to share, Sumit? Okay, so maybe by mistake you raised your hand. And also, if you will check that PDF document out, which I have made especially for this workshop, in that you will see after the demo session, I have added few more points for prediction, like how we can use more prediction ways, like maybe add it. So, yeah. Sure. Like in linear regression, we have R squared, p values, and these are most common used. R squared is like 0 to 100% score, and it tells us how good or how equally reliable all houses are for this data set. And then p values give us real clue, or just like luck thing, trust the relationship. Is it luck or is it real value? Many times we get accuracy due to luck. It's not the model. And residual error is like actual versus predicted value. How far of the line goes versus our actual and the predicted values. This is residual error, and regression is just like the best line, predict line. we are getting different points, and which we the most related to the most accurate one is the prediction line. So you can check that out. And also I have added few more resources like GitHub repositories and Drive link for books. You can check that out, and one roadmap also. And also job possibilities, which we can further look into, is like ML engineer, ML researcher, applied ML scientist, ML product manager, deep learning specialist. We have different further roles into that also: junior ML engineer, senior ML engineer, ML researcher, senior research scientist, ML analyst, ML solution architect, ML product manager, senior product manager, deep learning engineer. Like, these are just repetitive. So this way. I would recommend you going out and checking this link, because I cannot share all resources one by one right now. But yeah, I have made one list, and in that you will find all the GitHub repository with all books. That's not made by me; it's someone else. And also we have different resources. You can check that out. Yes, Sumit. Once again, I'm just dropping that link for you all. Save it. And also we will mail it. Don't worry. You can check it here. This is this. You will find all resources there. So anyone, if you have any questions, you can share here. And we have 5 minutes left in our meeting. And also, if you we have shared one form in the chat that's claim your certificate, fill that out to receive your certificate and badge. And also, I would like to share my LinkedIn ID with you all. If you want, you can connect there. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, and if you want, you can scan it right now or take a screenshot or just search for my URL. And then we have club account. You can find on my profile itself, or you can scan this QR code. We will be sharing this PPT as well. You can showcase your skills with Microsoft certifications and Microsoft applied skills. Here, this is the link. You can go out. Microsoft Learn has various tools, various resources and courses for different tools. What you will do, what will you learn next? You can always check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions before ending, I would like to invite you to the stage. You can just wave hi or say thank you. And also don't forget to share your feedback either in the form, or we would recommend Meetup, as it's public and other people can also get to know what was your experience with our club. Thank you. Any questions? It would be best if you could just wave a hi or say thank you before just leaving it out. Thank you. Okay, yeah, nice way. You can drop your LinkedIn profile link here itself in the chat. And we have also opened discussion group in the community. You can join that and start conversation. We are open to it. Okay, so you can just say thank you or just leave now. I'm about to end the meeting. Thank you so much all for joining us today. Wishing you a very, very best of luck and we will meet again. Thank you for joining us.